Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel for another interesting video. In this video, I'm going to share with you the reasons behind Andrew Tate's arrest. This guy has spent 3 months in jail, and I don't even know why this guy has been given freedom because the guy is a human trafficker, the guy is a misogynist, the guy is a drug dealer, the guy is influencing the young generation to deviate the system. Like he's bragging about the money that he has. He said the money that he has, even doctors, even engineers, even scientists, even economics, even politicians, they cannot have it because he has not gone to school and he has defeated the system. This guy is very dangerous. I don't know why they gave him freedom and he wants to fight feminism. How can you allow someone who wants to combat women to be in freedom? How can you give freedom to someone who wants to fight women? This guy hates women. And this guy has been granted freedom for what? This guy is going to influence the young generation negatively. And the system has given him, or the matrix has given him freedom to stop, to continue on preaching his gospel. It is very dangerous. Anyone who has a daughter or anyone who has a son now is very confused, is very concerned about this guy because this guy is telling men not to support or tolerate bullshit from women, which is absolutely crazy. He wants to transform men into robots, to be very strong, to be hard, not to be influenced by emotion, to work hard, to go behind what they want. This guy is really dangerous. He's a very, very bad person, and this guy should be arrested. And how can you make a lot of money from kickboxing? And in the United States, most of the people practice sport. When they retired, they become broke. Now they become broke and they go into depression. After depression, they might commit suicide or they might commit a crime and join a prison for lifetime. But this guy is very rich after retiring from kickboxing. The guy came out and invested into different multiple businesses, and today the guy is extremely rich. And the guy is motivating the young generation to be very strong. He's educating men how to take care of their women, what they can tolerate from women and what they should not tolerate. He's telling men to be very strong, and he wants to stop this idea that is praising the idea of feminism that men and women are 50 are not equal, like men and women are not equal. That idea of feminism should be closed. And these modern women are becoming crazy because the guy is attacking them. And that is why this guy is the most hated person on this planet or on this earth. Very interesting. Like this guy is arrested and this guy is given freedom to continue doing his stuff. And some of the people see stuff like this guy is talking nonsense. This guy is telling things that can destroy the world because the society, people today are not even focused. People today are lacking motivation. People today are lacking concentration. And this guy who is a distractor, this guy who is someone who can destroy this society. Why should we give him freedom? We should close this guy in a prison somewhere and be giving him free foods because what is telling the young generation today, if they change, the world will be a chaotic place to live. And that is why this guy was arrested and he has been in jail and have decided to give him freedom. And his freedom, I don't think Andrew Tate is a good person. This guy should remain in prison for many years. What? Andrew Tate, most of the people have not understood his ideology. Andrew Tate is someone who is very intelligent. Andrew Tate is someone who is clever. Andrew Tate is someone who is determined and he has courage to face life, even if life is very, very difficult. He's motivating the young men to stand up and face life because being a man is completely difficult because you have to make it. And if you don't make it, especially financially, no one cares about you. And the system is going to beat you. The system is going to destabilize you and you will be nothing in this society. That's the message that this guy is preaching. But most of the people say, oh, this guy is talking nonsense. This guy is a very bad person. This guy should be condemned. This guy should be in a jail. This guy should be arrested. I think his message is bad, especially for those who do not understand why he's talking like that. The guy is from nowhere. His father was rich, but he abandoned the family or they divorced. The guy and his brother, they went through some hardship in life, and from there they started working hard. They become disciplined. They start concentrating on things that matter for them and leaving things that do not matter aside. And at the end of the day, they make it. And they are motivating people like you can start from nowhere and become someone tomorrow. And people say, no, this guy is talking nonsense. And the second point that this guy is talking, and it is mostly important, is He's talking to the young women. He's not talking to women who are more than 35 years old or 40. He's telling the young ladies not to follow the road, the path that these modern women have followed. And today they are divorced, today they don't have husbands, and they are the one educating the young women on how a good relationship should function. That is the message. Like he's telling these young ladies, be very careful. If you listen to these girls, you see a woman, she has like 5 children with 4 different fathers, and that lady is the one talking to you about relationship, how marriage should work, how things should be done in the relationship. Just know you're in the wrong direction. That is what it's trying to tell us there. Like men and women are not equal. If you bring equality in the house, your relationship will fall and your relationship will be, you will not have any choice. And that is why there are many single ladies and there are many baby mamas today because they don't want to listen to their confused men, or the men are confused, or the women are confused. I'm not here to blame any side, but he's talking, I'm just repeating what this guy is preaching. He's telling men on the other side to be responsible. You cannot take the daughter of someone, you put that person in your house, that person is under your charge, and you treat her as nothing. It's telling men, treat your wife or your girlfriend very good because she depends on you. You cannot go to somewhere and take someone and put in your house and start mistreating that person. That is the message that this guy is preaching. This guy is preaching people that, like, what is depression? He does not even believe in depression. He doesn't care what is depression. Because if you allow something to enter in your brain, like I'm depressed, you'll be depressed. He's telling your man to stand up and become very strong. Like depression is nothing, depression does not exist. And if you believe in depression, depression will deal with you terribly. And when this guy is talking like there's no depression, depression is nothing, it doesn't exist. And if the young men subscribe to that ideology and the young women, they start becoming disciplined, they start working hard, they start facing challenges. This guy is killing businesses because pharmacists, therapists, psychologists, most of the people today, they study depression. They are doctors in human behavior, things like that, how to counsel people, therapists, how to make money through people. And this guy is saying those things does not exist. If you become disciplined, you become very strong, depression cannot attack you. And that is why they say this guy is becoming dangerous. If we give this guy time, it is going to influence this generation to become strong because this generation is very, very weak. And that is why most of the people are making money. Most of the people in this world are victims of the rich. The rich people use your weakness to make money upon you. And he's telling these guys, if you become strong, is it economy, is it politics, is it what, this thing will be different. But if you are just there being weak, being influenced, being easily influenced by emotion, being easily influenced by things that people tell you without you sitting down and do your own research, you'll be good to go, or fighting for your own life. I don't see why this guy is bad, even though they have tainted his name. Like this guy is a misogynist, he hates women, this guy is a human trafficker, this guy is a drug dealer, this guy has introduced teenagers into pornography industries because he owns one, and this guy does casino business. He doesn't even have any pornography business that is holding. Like Andrew Tate encourages men to become strong and work hard and provide for the family because he says being a man is very, very tough. Like ladies are everyday, men are trash, men are cheaters, men are left and right. But a percentage of men that these ladies emphasize on is a very small percentage of men because there are some men on this planet that cannot even get access to women because they have nothing in their pockets, because they have nothing to provide. And women want top G's. Like when you have money, when you have everything, or when you have a future ahead of you, 5 or 10 women will be fighting for you. And there is a guy somewhere who is very broke, who is very poor, he has no money, he has no direction. The lady will say, no, we don't want to take shower with poverty. Please get away from our way. Like this is what this guy is trying to tell, man. Like being a man is very hard, and life is competition. If you want something, there are thousands of people somewhere who want that same thing, and you have to fight for it. That is the message that this guy is preaching. Is it preaching or preaching? Something like that. But the people are taking his message differently because they see, is it the system or the matrix? They have understood that this generation are easily influenced. This generation is supported by alcohol, is supported by drugs, is supported by distraction, things like sex, things like going to the gym, so many things. Like you see many people, they don't have any vision in this life or in this world. They are just living today, tomorrow. But if people regain their consciousness and become very strong and know what they want as a country, as a community, as a society, most of the bullshit will stop. But because we are easily influenced by a bottle of wine, a bottle of champagne, a beautiful lady in front of you, small money, going to many small things are being influenced this generation, and that is why people are easily manipulated. People are easily influenced or manipulated, something like that, compared to those generations before. Like people today, they live like what I make today, if I can live tomorrow, I'm okay. Anyone fight for his own motive, but people are not collectively associated to fight for bigger problems that uh, affect everyone's life, and that is where the problem comes in. And this guy is telling the young generation, stop this distraction, stop these things, because if you binge into this distraction for many years, when you reach your 40, your 50s, you'll be in trouble and you start asking money from people. You start making videos on the internet asking for help. But in your 20s or your 30s, this is the period where you can struggle left and right and make something. You don't have to become rich, but you must have something. Because if you fall sick today, you can take yourself to a hospital, not calling people to come and contribute for you. Like this is what this guy is telling. And this guy is also encouraging the young men to be very, very strong, because in your 20s, you don't represent anything in front of women. In your 20s, you have nothing, you are still struggling. At least those who are from wealthier family, at least those who are from the rich or affluent family, they have something in your pocket. But you from a family where people are struggling, or from a family where people are simply poor, you have to fight for your own space. And if you concentrate your life on distractions, you will not make it, and you might find yourself in a place where you'll be stressed, you'll be depressed, and what will you think about committing suicide, which has become the daily routine. People kill themselves every day because life is becoming tough or life has become difficult. This is the message that this guy is telling the young people, to be very, very strong, because when you become strong, you make good decisions that can help you to live a better life tomorrow. You can make a good decision today, but that decision puts you in darkness, in hardship, but you know that you are fighting for long term, like you have a long term goal that you are working on. Even though you are suffering, one day it will terminate and you will start living a good life, and your standard of living will improve. That is what Andrew Tate is sharing with these people, but they call him misogynist because he wants to fight feminism. Because he took this example: whenever there is a divorce in a family, who benefits, especially in the Western country, whenever there is divorce, the woman or the lady benefits, and the man is kicked out of his own house, and part of his salary is given to the wife and the family. And the wife has freedom to go and take another man from nowhere to come and live with that man in the house that his ex-husband bought. Like this guy was talking something that has senses, but people say, no, we have to stop this guy, because if this young generation, they know more, they are going to fight us back, especially those who have the system. Like the system or the matrix is those who have money. Because when you have money, you can manipulate, you can influence, you can make decisions for others. Like Andrew Tate says, money gives freedom and freedom gives power. Like if you don't have money, you have no freedom. If you don't have money, you have no power. And it's telling this young generation, especially men, work hard, my friend. If you are nothing, no one cares about you. If you don't have anything in your pocket, nobody will care about you. Until you have money, you have freedom. And when you have freedom, you have power. You can talk, they can listen to you and give you credit for what you are saying. And he was also motivating the young men, like, guys, if you don't work hard, these ladies will heartbreak you. You'll go through series of rejection because you have nothing to offer. You have nothing to give. This thing of love exists, but maybe 0.5%. But these days it's about what you have. What do you have? Who are you? Where are you coming from? Like he's telling the young guys, make money, make money. If you don't have money, you not get access to these ladies that you are dreaming of. But if you make money, they'll come to you like nothing. That is the secret that the guy has been giving this generation. But finally, this guy is someone who motivates. This guy is someone who inspires. This guy is someone who directs the young generation to take a good direction. It's not here to introduce hatred between the two genders or among the two genders. It's not here to to stop men from going to school because the way he speaks, the way he talks, the way he's intelligent, the way he vehiculates his message. This guy has been studying for more than 5 years. This guy has been doing research. This guy is someone who is into books. This guy is someone who is a fan of education. He doesn't hate education and he doesn't want the young generation to stop going to school. He's just there to tell the guys what is good for them and what they should stick to and what they should eliminate. And he wants men to become strong because we are living in a pornified and over-sexualized community or society. And he wants men not to be influenced by those things. Because today, if you just think about sex, because men, most of them, they think about pleasure from the opposite gender. And this guy is telling boys, you guys have to be very, very strong. And if you guys do not do that, you guys will not make it in life. And the medics say, let us terminate this guy. This guy is a danger. He's sharing a lot of information with this guy. And if these guys, the young generation, they gain consciousness, people will the world will be a different place and a better place. And we, as the system or the matrix, people with a lot of money, people who control the world, they decide, like, let us stop this guy. He's sharing a lot of information. And if people know more, we will be in trouble. Like, that is the things that Andrew Tate has been talking about. Is not bad. And if someone has told you this guy is bad, go and listen to him. Go and listen to his message deeply and try to understand and try to relate with the life that you are living. Even for women, women hate him because in any relationship where a lady is the head of the family, that relationship collapses in long term. Because even the children, at a certain point, the children in the house will check, like, who is the leader in this house? They'll say, is it the father or the mom? When the children will be confronted with any problem, especially when the children will reach like 17, 19, 20 years or 21, when they will start facing problem in their lives, they will not know who to approach. Is it the dad who is supposed to solve this problem, or the mom? That is where you guys notice that, like, your family has really collapsed because even your children do not know who is the leader in the house. And this is the message that Andrew Tate is trying to share with us. I hope you like this video and you subscribe to my YouTube channel for the more coming interesting videos.